right. So good afternoon. I am Wanda with Soundproof Marriages. And yes, once again, we're dealing with um, making sure you do not keep this unforgiveness in your marriage. So, hi guys, I am Wanda with Soundproof Marriages. Come on in the room. Let's chit chat. Let's learn. Let's learn today, guys. So get your pencil and paper. We're going over once again for the month of February. We are going over and we're dealing with one specific thing, right? Unforgiveness. How this unforgiveness is in your marriage, and you need to make sure you get it out. You need to make sure you're searching within and you're able to forgive again. We're learning how to walk out the unforgiveness, how to relieve, give your heart, give your soul some relief so that you can love. So because the unforgiveness is blocking you, right? And so we're talking today. We have the whiteboard out, guys, and so we're taking care of for this month. We're dealing with for the month of February. We're dealing with unforgiveness. Again, I'm Wanda with Soundproof Marriages, trying again to make your marriage soundproof against that thing, against the noise, against the distraction that is coming after your marriage to destroy it. I like to tell ladies that your husband is not your enemy. So, you know, your husband is not your enemy. You're having to deal with that spirit that's influencing your husband. So as I like to put it, your husband is under the influence, right? If he's not acting right, if he's not lining up with how he should, just the basics, okay, he's under the influence. And I'm not talking about drug, alcohol, and none of that. You know, I'm talking about the spiritual influence. He's under a different spiritual influence that may be hurting the marriage, may be hurting the home, your home life, the children. So you, wife, learn how to fight against that, right? And so this is what I try to teach you. I've been married 36 years, going on 37. My husband and I have been together since 7th grade, and I give God credit. I give God credit. This is what allows me to sit here and tell you, teach you how and what to do. Why? Because I had to be taught. I had to be shown what to do. Yeah, and I had to learn the hard way, y'all. I had to learn the hard way. I didn't have anyone walking me through it. I didn't have anyone holding my hand, coaching me through it. I had to learn. And honestly, you know, so again, I was prepped for doing this. Y'all, I was prepped to do what I'm doing. So good morning. Come on in the room, guys. Like and share. Like and share, like and share, like and share. I'm glad you're here. Get your pen and paper as we walk through, as we go through. What I do with my, oh, here we go. As we go through our lesson for today. Guys, I will have a workbook to go with this for the month of February. There is a workbook. DM me if you're interested in the workbook that will go with the teaching. I suggest you get it because you're going to need to rehearse this in your mind. You're going to need to rehearse and write it down and do it again to get it in you. Not to rehearse the wrong that was done towards you, not to rehearse the hurt and the pain and whatever you're holding, whatever the offense is, not to rehearse that, but to actually rehearse what's good. So I suggest you do get the workbook. Grab the workbook, DM me if you're interested in the workbook. And it will accompany the teaching. It will help you. Even when I'm not on live, you can go back and you can look, you know, go over your notes, go through the workbook, and it will help you. It will walk you through it. It will help you in that time that you're by yourself. You're dealing with the unforgiveness. The enemy is reminding you of what your husband did. Come on. The enemy is reminding you of what your husband did. The enemy is telling you play by play, replaying this in your mind, replaying it in your mind, what he did, how he did it, what he said. The hurt is fresh. The hurt is going down deeper. And guys, if you don't deal with the unforgiveness, it will turn into bitterness. And so we're going to talk a little bit about this today. Again, there is a master class that I will have that will go with this as well. So there's a workbook and a master class. Remember, last month we took care of pride. The whole month of January, we dealt with trying to get pride out of your marriage. So January was Pride Month. We tried to get it out of there so that you will be able and would be able to forgive. So this month, February, the whole month of February, we're dealing with pride. And so what we would do each month, we're dealing with the issue that the enemy will use to destroy your marriage. We're dealing with the issue that if you take care of it and address it and master it, get it down in you, it will help enhance your marriage. So come on in the room, like and share. Good morning, guys. Good morning. Well, good afternoon. Child, I keep saying good morning. No, I didn't make it in there for the morning. Well, actually, it may be morning for, let me see. Is it morning for some people? What time is it around here? Oh, it's still morning. Okay, it's still morning. It's still morning. I thought it was after 12. No, we still up in the 11 o'clock time frame. Okay, good afternoon. So it's still morning. Okay, I really thought it was past 12. So I looked at the clock real quick. Like, okay, no. So we still morning. We're still morning. We're still morning. Let me get my bearings, guys. We are still in the AM hours, and I understand that people are different places watching me. So definitely for others, it's a little earlier than where I am. But so good morning. Come on in the room, like and share. If you don't follow me, please follow so that when I am on live, you get notifications and you can get on here and get encouraged and built up so that you can be the one that God uses to save your marriage. You can be the one that's the rock in your marriage. You're looking for your husband to be that rock. No, it would be you. You will be that rock that will help save your marriage. And don't let people tell you it takes both of y'all. Both of y'all don't. No, it begins with one. It just, you need to start it, right? So it starts with one saying, nope, you can't have this marriage. Nope, you can't have my husband. No, you can't have my family. It takes that one. Be that one. Be that covenant wife that says, no, you can't have this. And you stand there and you learn how to walk it out. Some people choose to forgive and they don't know how to walk it out. They told their husbands they forgive them. Right. Can we be real up in the room today, y'all? You told your husband you forgive him for whatever he did, but you didn't know how to walk it out. So he left anyway. Why? Because your actions didn't line up with your words. And your actions didn't line up with the words because you didn't know how to walk it out. The hurt was there and you didn't know how to fix it. So this is what we are doing for the month of February, giving you the help that you need so that you can forgive. So guys, again, like and share. Tell your friends that you know are dealing with marital issues, having some hardships in their marriage. Yeah, somebody needs to speak up for marriage because you get all the negative stuff all day long. Everywhere you turn, the music you probably listening to is saying something about, okay, it's okay to move on. You know, the television shows that you're watching is saying it's okay to move on. You know, y'all know. And then you get the world telling you you can forgive but can't forget. And it's, what is that sowing into you? What is that putting down in you? And you walk around with a root of bitterness. You walk around with a root of bitterness. So no, we've taken care of that today, y'all. Y'all are taking care of that this month. This month is dedicated to getting rid of the unforgiveness that's still down in you. The unforgiveness that's keeping you from being healed. You want to get past the hurt. Seriously, you want to get past the hurt and the pain. You want the trauma to be healed. Come on. You want to get past the trauma. The unforgiveness is what's keeping you in that place. You're locked in. Hear me. You're locked into that spot that he said what he said. You're locked in into that moment that you found out what you found out. You're locked in there. You have not been able to go past that place. And so now it's turning into bitterness. The sickness and disease it gives room and place for that. So, you know, sometimes you need the physical healing in your body. That is sometimes connected to the bitterness or the unforgiveness that's there. So guys, come on in, like and share, follow me, so that you can get tips. You can learn how to walk it out. You can learn how to fight for your marriage. You can learn how not to allow the enemy to take your joy. You can learn how, you know how they say, fake it till you make it on a child. You won't have to fake it till you make it. It could be real. Please hear me. It actually could be real when you learn your why. You learn why you're doing what you're doing. I was telling a client that yesterday. You learn why you're doing what you're doing. You're learning why you choose to forgive. What are the benefits to forgiving? You learn these things. You're learning it's for your own good that you let it go. You're learning seriously that letting it go is more than lip service. You're learning how to release the hurt and allow healing to come. So again, guys, like and share. And so as we go to board, again, marriage, this is what we're talking about. How to free your marriage up from the unforgiveness, right? So you forgive, and how do you forgive again? You forgive and forgive again. Y'all will hear me say that a number of times. Forgive and forgive again. Forgive and forgive again. Can I get you guys to put it in the chat? Forgive. Can y'all chat for me? Forgive. Let's be active in the group. Come on, guys. Can we be active in this group? Come on. Put in the chat for me. Forgive. I am Wanda. Let me reintroduce myself for somebody who may just have come in the room. I am Wanda, Soundproof Marriage. This is what I do. I work to enhance your marriage. I work so that your marriage is not destroyed. I work so that divorce is not a thing for you. I work so that the enemy can't take your marriage. So the enemy can't destroy your family. So the enemy can't take your joy and your peace. And so this is what soundproof marriage is. Making your marriage soundproof against all of the noise, all of the distraction, all of the things that the enemy will use to destroy your marriage. So forgive and forgive again. Forgive again. Yeah, you forgave the last time and he did it again. Y'all, we're going to talk. We're going to talk reality. We're going to talk some real life stuff. I'm a life coach, a wife coach. And this is what I help ladies walk through. I even coach and counsel marriages. I help them to walk it through. Forgive and forgive again. And it's harder to forgive again and again and again. You know, when you try to forgive, you know, you feel like you let your guard down. This is what you let your guard down and you forgave, right? You let your husband back into that inner circle. You tried to trust again, all of that stuff. So, and he did it again. Okay. So then you try it again. And he did it again. So you're at the point like, I'm not doing it. No, this is it. I'm not going to be stupid enough to forgive again. I'm not going to be stupid enough to let my guard down again. That is the enemy. When you hear talk like that, y'all, is the enemy. Because you know that goes against Bible principle. Forgiveness is part of Bible principle. And some people say, well, yeah, you can forgive, but it doesn't mean you have to. We're talking about your husband. We're talking about the one that you have a oneness with. We're talking about your husband, where God is making the two one flesh. One flesh. You see, we forget the one flesh part, where God is making the two one flesh. So you are forgiving again. You're not staying at that place of, well, I did it before and he's just going to mess up again, so why forgive again? You go on what you know. You know that it's right to forgive. You know that there is freedom. Please hear me. Your freedom is in you forgiving. You get tangled up. Your soul gets tangled up when you hold the wrong or the offense against that person. Your soul get bound up. Your mind, your will, your emotions get tied up. They get bound up when you do not forgive. So you have to forgive and forgive again. So forgiveness gives you freedom. Forgiveness gives you freedom. Can you guys put in the chat for me, freedom? Freedom. Put in the chat, please, freedom. Because that is what you gain in forgiving a person. Some people, honestly, you know how you find some people that loves, they love staying in the muck and the mire. They love the mess. Somewhere they love the mess. They love having something negative to talk about. They love sharing all of the hurt that they've been through and what their husband did and how he did it. They get something about saying that. Thank you. Hi, Diana. They gain something. They get the attention. They get the sympathy. They're getting affirmation. They're getting all kind of the wrong stuff and all of the hurt that they've gone through. And instead of allowing that hurt to be healed, allow the hurt to be healed by choosing to forgive. And in doing so, guys, you're not ready for marriage if you don't understand forgiveness. So let me talk to the wives to be. You want a husband. You're praying for a husband. Honestly, you're fasting, you're praying, you're doing all the things because you want a husband. Learn how to forgive and forgive again. You're not ready to say I do. When you don't understand, forgiveness has to be key. I'm talking about key. There is no limitation to the number of times that you will forgive your spouse. Because I tell you in truth, it's a number of times your spouse is going to have to forgive you. We sometimes walk around like we're perfect, guys. We're not perfect. Come on. When you realize your own flaws, that's one thing. We have to be capable and able to realize our own flaws. Child, you be like, Lord, this man had to deal with me. I know I can be a mess. Do y'all understand? Can we be real enough to sometimes to say, yeah, I can. Yeah. He has to deal with your moodiness. Come on. He has to deal with your moodiness. We have that special time of the month. He has to deal with your moodiness, your attitude. He has to deal with that. Child, don't hit menopause. He got to deal with that. And honestly, you got to deal with him and his menopause, because child asked me about that. See, that this is some of the stuff, guys, we will cover in the Wife Hub. All things wife. All things wife. There's some stuff that your mom didn't teach you. We want to be able to cover in the Wife Hub. DM me if you're interested in joining the Wife Hub. There's materials over there. There are courses over there that, again, when you don't have anyone to chit chat with over in the midnight hour, when the enemy is reminding you of the hurt and the wrong, you can pull a class up. You can pull something up to build you up and give you the encouragement that you need. Like, no, you're right. You know what? I shouldn't be thinking on this. Let me change my mind. Let me change the channel. Let me change what I'm watching in the inside. I'm learning how to take the thoughts captive. So it's those things that will be over in the Wife Hub. So again, join the Wife Hub. It is free. DM me if you want more information on that. Get in there. Get your friends in there, guys. Yeah, it's going to be good. So DM me for more information. Also, guys, I do have a Facebook group, The Covenant Wife. I will be starting this Thursday. We're starting back. I used to be over in the Facebook group all the time, the Covenant Wife group, praying. And it was a weekly. I forgot what day of the week I was praying. We did it on, but now we would do it on Thursdays. So starting this Thursday at what time did I say? 8 o'clock. This Thursday at 8 o'clock, we will be praying. Come on in the room. It's the Covenant Wife group. If you're interested in that, I can send you the link. DM me. But it's it's in Facebook. But the group is called the Covenant Wife group. It is a private group for ladies so that we can discuss stuff. And so hop on in there. Thursdays, we will be praying at 8 o'clock. And this is where we're praying for our husbands. This is where we're praying for our marriages. This is where we get specific in these things right there. Over there, again, Covenant Wife group, Facebook group. DM me. I can send you the link. It's a private group for ladies, wives and wives to be, because we want the wives to be fully equipped. Y'all get as equipped as you can, and then you still say I do, and be like, wait a minute, now did I cover this? Yeah, And so the unforgiveness, or being able to forgive and forgive again, you need to have that thing mastered to understand. I must forgive if I want to keep this marriage, and I want to keep this marriage in a good place. I have to forgive. And it usually is the small things, the little things, guys, that we choose not to forgive. He said this. You'd be like, now see there. Okay, he did this. And so if you don't forgive it, it start piling up. So the next time he does something, it adds on to that. The next time it adds on. And the things start piling up. A lot of stuff that you just swept it under the rug and did not address, did not deal with it. You thought, well, you know what, never mind. You just moved past it, you didn't address it, you didn't you didn't deal with it, and it's just there. That unforgiveness is just there. The unforgiveness is just there. And now it's affecting your decision making. It's telling you how to think, what to do. Child, the unforgiveness will start speaking to you. So no, you're not going to stay in that place. You're going to release. You're going to release. Again, this is something I was telling my, and so I do grief counseling. And so yesterday I was doing a bit of grief counseling. Yesterday, grief counseling, I do that. It's on my website. If you need some of that, child, get it, so you can understand how, if you're dealing with the grief, how to get past it. How do you move forward? Because a lot of people get stuck. It's like, again, you're stuck in the mud. You got what, 3 tires that's out. 1 tire is still in the mud. Yeah, picture that. That car that's trying to get out the ditch. That 1 tire that's stuck in the mud, that's not allowing the car to move. And that seems like you may be okay in some of the other areas, but you're stuck right there in that unforgiveness. That tire is still stuck in the mud, and you need to learn how to get the traction to get up out of there. You need to know how. You need to know how to shift to the next level of forgiveness. You need to know how to let it go and how to walk that thing out. So again, the month of February, this is what we're doing. In the Wife Hub, each month, this whole year, we are addressing one thing for the month so that you'll have time to get it, So just like all of January, we were talking about pride, and there's a master class that, I didn't get the master class up yesterday. Hopefully this afternoon, this is what I plan on working on. I can have the master class up today, but there is a workbook that goes with what we studied for January, and that's pride. For February, we're dealing with forgiveness, and how do you walk that out? How you keep the enemy from using that to destroy your home. These are the things that the devil is using against you. You need to understand strategy so that you're not allowing the enemy to take your marriage down. And so you learn to forgive again. Now you have the hidden hurt. So this is what we want to talk about also, the hurt that's hidden. You have not talked about it. You have not addressed it. You have not, it's like you sweep the problem under the rug. You didn't face it. You felt it when your husband said what he said or did what he did, but you didn't deal with it. You didn't sit with it. You didn't. And it's not like you got to sit and let it brew and all of that. I mean, you didn't handle it. All you did was kept moving. And that hurt stayed with you. The hurt stayed there, it's following you. He said this, he did that, and you just kept moving along. You kept cooking for him. You kept having intimacy with him. You kept talking to him. You kept doing some of the things, but the hurt was still there. You didn't let it go because you didn't forgive. You thought, well, okay, you know what? I can still talk to him, so I'm okay. No, let me tell y'all something. I had to learn that one for sure. I can talk to y'all guys because I had to learn this myself. I had to walk it out. I remember one time I really thought I had to forgive my husband for something. I really did. He had said something and it really irritated me, and I really thought that I had forgiven him for it. And some of y'all may have heard me say this before. I really thought I had forgiven him. So we're sitting there watching a movie, and I'm like, okay, yeah. You know how you almost want to pat yourself on the back that you forgave? Like, ooh, okay, yes, okay, I got past this. I'm able to watch this movie with him, and okay, we're good. Like, okay, Lord, you want to pat and shot? Thought you were good. I thought I was good. Okay, I forgave him. Okay. We're sitting there. So now if he touched my leg, or if he touched you, and you know what could be next, you'd be like, don't even think about it. The roadblock comes up. The roadblock comes up because the unforgiveness is there. The roadblock comes up because you like, I still recall what you said. And so you'd be like, wow. And so when it happened to me, I was like, okay. And I'm so glad I was able to learn real quick right there. That was a teachable moment for me, John, because I was like, oh wow. I'm sitting there still, the movie's still going. I'm thinking like, now I thought I had forgiven. That showed me that unforgiveness was still there. I was still holding an alt against my husband. The unforgiveness was still there. I had not completely released it. So maybe I'm thinking, maybe I thought I was good. Y'all, I didn't understand. I did not know I was still holding it against him. I thought because I could talk to him without giving him attitude, I wasn't snappy. I wasn't giving him short answers. I thought, okay, I was good. We could sit and watch a movie. I thought I was good. No, unforgiveness was still there. And because the intimacy I know don't touch me was there, it showed me I was still hurt by what he said. And I was still holding it against him. And so at that moment when I caught it, like, wow, I thought I had forgiven him. When I saw that at that moment, I made the choice to let it completely go. And I was so glad that I saw it like, oh God, thank you. I'm like, oh wow, I really thought I had forgiven him. I was like, okay, right. He owes me nothing. I released the debt. I release him of the debt. He owes me nothing. At that point, it's like you feel it lift. Honestly, it's like you will feel it lift. You can feel it lift sometime. I felt it like lift. And at that moment, I was okay. I thought, I was good. Because for me to learn, I really thought I had given him. I really thought. So this is why when I even talk to clients and they're like, no, I do. I forgive them. No, let's keep talking. And so I can identify where it's still, I will show you where the hurt is still, where it's still pinned in right at that spot. Because I know for me, where I thought I had forgiven him, the hurt was still there. But at the point that I let it go and it lifted, I was like, okay, this is it. So yeah, deception, it would come. You have to not deceive yourself. You have to not deceive yourself, guys. You have to not, again, please hear me. You have to not deceive yourself. I don't know why the lighting over here looking funny. You have to not deceive yourself. So this is what I want, the hidden hurt. I don't know if the camera can't go over there. Let me take that over there just a little bit, right? The hidden hurt. The hidden hurt. You think you forgave. The hurt is still there. The offense is still there. Your husband offended you when he said or did whatever. And it stays there and it will hide itself. And sometimes, again, I want you to find these markers that will show you that unforgiveness is still there. These markers, guys, you have to pay attention to the markers. You got to pay attention to what's going on with you to identify, you know what, I didn't forgive it. Yeah, I didn't. It's still there. The unforgiveness is still there. And you're thinking, well, I forgive him. Yeah, it will take a little while for my emotions to get okay. Please don't deceive yourself and do not fool yourself. Make sure you have truly released your husband of the debt. It's going to show in your actions. Your actions are going to show whether or not you have truly forgiven. And that is what I saw for me. My actions were showing that day that I had not fully, hear me, key word, fully forgiven. So if I have not fully forgiven means I had not forgiven. It's almost like you can't be a little bit pregnant. You're either pregnant or not pregnant. He's either forgiven or not forgiven. It's not he's forgiven a little bit. No, you forgive him or you don't. You release him of the debt or you don't. What is the debt? DEBT. What he owes you. It's like he owes you something because he did what he did. Now he owes you something. There, something goes with the offense. He offended you. Now it's almost like against something, some type of punishment, some kind of retribution. Something has to go with what he did with the offense. He owes you something, even down to he owes you an apology. He owes you an explanation. You will hold that against him if you never get the apology. You will hold it against him if you never get an explanation. And even sometimes when you get an apology, sometimes it's still not enough. So what you need to do, covenant wives, learn to forgive without an apology. Learn to forgive without an explanation. Remember, you're forgiving him and anybody that you're holding unforgiveness against. You're forgiving for your own sake. Remember, forgiveness is freedom. Forgiveness is freedom. So you are forgiving that person, your husband, whoever it may be. You are forgiving them because it's freedom for your soul. It's healing for your emotions. Remember, your soul, mind, will, and emotions. Your emotions is part of your soul. You need healing from, so that your emotions can receive the healing, right? Release the debt. That means they don't owe you anything. They don't owe you an apology. They don't owe you an explanation. And now you can walk in the freedom. If you get an apology, check. That's like a cherry on top. If you get an explanation, check. Another cherry on top. But don't wait to give forgiveness when you get an explanation or an apology. You forgive and get freedom. Please hear me. Forgive and gain freedom. Your soul needs freedom. You need the peace to be in your soul. Your mind is tired. Your mind is tired. Your mind, with all the thoughts, all the negative stuff that's coming, your mind just needs some peace. You know, I said peace of mind. Your mind just needs some peace. Get that peace of mind by truly forgiving. By truly forgiving. Again, it's not based on their apology. It's not based on their explanation of why they did what they did. It's, you know what, I got peace. I have peace of what? Peace of mind. My mind has some peace. Put in the chat, peace. Can I get you guys to put in the chat, peace? Peace, peace, peace. Type in the chat, peace. Like and share, guys. Can I get you guys to like and share? Follow me if you're not following me. This way, you'll get notification of when I'm on live, and you can get some teaching. You can get built up. Ladies, again, y'all will hear me say it. You can't give what you don't have. You need to be poured into. This is the purpose of the Wife Hub. You get over here in the Wife Hub and you get with other ladies who understand covenant marriages. You get with other ladies who understand they're fighting for their marriage, or they're fighting to keep it straight. It doesn't mean every marriage is in there under hardships for the ladies that are in the group. But it does show that ladies in the group understand, yeah, my marriage is good today. I need my marriage to be good tomorrow. And so I need to be proactive at keeping my marriage good. You get your marriage on a good track, right? You got to keep it on a good track. You got to keep the thing on a good track. Do you understand? You have to keep your marriage on a good track, guys. You do. You have to be proactive in keeping your marriage good. Keep your marriage. The enemy is the one that's after it. The real enemy is not your husband. Get that in your soul. John, get that in part of your mind, part of you. Your husband is not your enemy. Even though he may act like whatever, just understand it's a spiritual battle. Marriage is spiritual. How is it that the two become one flesh if it's not spiritual? So you need to fight against that spirit that has been sent to attack and destroy your marriage. Learn how to forgive, because the enemy used unforgiveness to destroy your marriage. So again, guys, for the month of February, we will be discussing forgiveness. The forgiveness, why is key to keeping your marriage strong? Why is key to keeping your marriage happy? Why it's key to keep your marriage thriving. Forgive and forgive again. Forgive again. Take the limits off of forgiveness. Erase that line that you drew, that line that you put within yourself saying, if he does this, then I can't forgive this. Yeah, I can take everything, but I can't take this. All the stuff that you say you can't take, child, you will find yourself taking that and more. So take the limits off and forgive. Now, if you're in an abusive relationship, get somewhere safe, but continue to pray for your husband. He's under the influence of a spirit of some kind. You need to pray for him. But forgive. You can't pray for your husband with a hardened heart. You know what I'm saying? If your heart becomes hardened because of the pride and the unforgiveness, you can't fully pray for him. So this is why you need to get rid of pride so that you can forgive. This is why you need to forgive and forgive again. And take care of the hidden hurt. That thing that you just swept under the rug, what you didn't, that hurt you didn't address, that hurt that you didn't realize that thing still bothered you. You know how you will forget that it bothered you. It's like you think you're okay until something trigger it, and you're like, oh Lord, I thought I was past that. Something would trigger it. Somebody will say something or something would trigger something, and you'll be like, okay, really, I thought I was past that. No, we can't go there. We can't go there. You know how you would tell your husband or something? We can't go there. We can't talk about that. We can't. Why? Because it's still hurt. It's still bothered. The unforgiveness is still there. Well, no, I forgave him. It's just my feelings. No, please. I'm trying to help you guys. I'm trying to get you to that place of realizing the unforgiveness is there. And here's the key. The thing about it is hard sometimes for a Christian lady to say she's dealing with unforgiveness. It's sometimes hard. I've had clients, I'm serious. They will tell me, no, I did. No. And then when I point it out, they have to realize, and they come to the agreement that, oh my gosh, that is unforgiveness. I didn't know. Oh my gosh, I thought I had forgiven. They sound like how I was when I thought I had forgiven a thing and it was still there. No, it's still there. Your action is going to show that it's still there. It's a debt. It's a debt. Your husband still owes you. In your mind and your soul, your husband still owes you a debt. Release the debt by forgiving the offense. Forgive the offense, the thing that he said, the thing that he did, forgive it. And for you who say, yeah, I did forgive it again. That same thing, the same thing. Forgive it again. Speak with your mouth that you release and forgive. You choose, it's a choice. You choose to forgive. Remember, ladies, you're not going to continue to replay in your mind the offense. You're not going to continue to replay what he did. You're going to choose to let it go. When you find yourself thinking about it, change the channel. My daughter had a book that one of my daughters had a book that she was reading her son. She homeschooled him, and so she was reading him this book, and did she send me the book, or she sent me the name of the story or something? But it was so good when she was telling me about what she was teaching him, and it was something about change the channel. But it's like if you don't like what you're seeing, if you don't like the thoughts that you're having, or whatever, change the channel. It's like how you would picture TV and you change the channel. I don't want to watch this. You change the channel. Okay, I don't want to watch this either. I change the channel. And so when you have those thoughts that you know are not pure, you know that they're not good, change the channel. Change the thought. Change the thought. And also, I tell ladies, you got to start speaking back to some of the thoughts. When the enemy tells you whatever, when the enemy speaks to you about what your husband did, you have to be able to speak back. Speak back to the enemy. Speak back. Have your prepared answer of what you're going to say, because you know these thoughts have been coming to you, the negative thoughts of what your husband did or what somebody did. And what I tell this that I'm teaching about marriage is something that you can use. It's something that you can use across the board. It's something that you can use across the board with anybody that you're holding unforgiveness, anybody who offended you. Because sometimes how sometimes, let's flip it. Somebody may be holding something against you and you didn't even know you offended them. You said something or did something, and at that point they stopped liking you. It could be a coworker or it could be whatever. At that point, it could be a relative. At that point, they had a problem with you. Because you said one little something, you did one little something, and you didn't even know that you offended them. Now they're holding that against you. So now think about this with your husband. You want them to release you of the debt, because sometimes you don't even know you offended a person. Okay, so sometimes even with your spouse, depending on the little things that you neglected to forgive, he didn't even know he offended you. In his mind, it was no big deal. Y'all know how we account something as no big deal? It'd be the no big deal. So he counted it as a no big deal. Just like people you may have offended, you counted it as a no big deal. And so, but they are offended. They are hurt by what you said. They are hurt by what you did. So, so you want to be released. You want to release them. Because you would want to be released. You'd be like, I didn't even know. What did I say? You said what? When did I say it? You know how you forgot about the incident? It was so small to you, it didn't even stick in your memory. But it stayed with that person. And they held that against you for a number of years, or they held that against you for a while. And you'd be like, I didn't even, when did I say it? What? So, okay, you know how you be like, okay, now tell me again, what did I say? What did I say? And they'll tell you, be like, okay, so how did I say it? And they'll tell you, you be like, Lord, okay. Well, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Have anybody been there? Have any of y'all been there where you offended someone, but you did not know you offended them? Have anybody been there? Tell me if you understand what I'm talking about. Do you understand? You offended someone and did not know. You'd be like, wow. And that person will hold that thing against you till the end. Because you don't know to apologize for it. Because in your mind, you just kept going. It's like, okay, you never thought about it. Okay, so think about this with your husband. And some of the small things he did that offended you, that you didn't address the feelings. It doesn't mean you have to please y'all hear me on this. This does not mean you have to go to your husband and speak to him about every little thing he said or did that hurt your feelings. Please don't do that. Please have wisdom and do not do that. Some stuff you just have to deal with within. So everybody that offended you does not mean you have to go and talk about it. Hear me as part of this lesson. Because your husband offended you on some certain things, it does not mean you go and bring up some stuff. Hey babe, let me tell you, you remember when you said this, or you remember when you did this, or you remember when that happened, blah, blah, blah. No. Wisdom is you forgive it. It does not mean you got to go and talk about everything. We women like to talk, child. It seemed like it's part of. We would talk. Can we talk about it? And y'all know what? We would get mad and upset with our husbands because our husbands don't want to talk about it. Can we talk about it? Why can't we talk about it? So you get upset because he does not want to talk about it. And so you stay in bondage because your husband is not a talker. He does not want to talk about it, and you do. So you stay in bondage because he's never going to talk about it. And because he's not talking about it, you're not forgiving. So you're still holding that debt against him. This is, again, ladies, hear me. Forgive without an apology. Learn to forgive without an explanation. And did you hear me say learn? It's a process. You do have to, when you determine within yourself, this is what you're going to do, you will have the grace. You will have, God will give you the grace. You will have the grace to be able to walk it out. And you keep trying. You keep trying, you keep doing it. You practice this thing of, no, I am going to forgive. And you speak with your mouth that you're going to forgive. And you speak with your mouth, you're going to forgive again. And you learn to talk back to the thoughts that the enemy is planting. And you don't take those thoughts as your own thoughts. You don't agree with the devil. You don't agree with the enemy, the one that's coming to destroy your marriage. You don't join forces with him. You forgive what was done to you. You forgive the offense. Forgive the offense. Can I get you guys to like and share? Like and share. Like and share. Again, I am Wanda with Soundproof Marriages. I am a wife coach. I am a life coach. And I counsel ladies as they walk through even learning how to forgive. Again, as one of my clients yesterday, dealing with grief. And it wasn't like someone passed away, but she's dealing, in a relationship that is no longer there. Not even a marital. I deal with ladies who are not married. And so you're dealing with the loss of a relationship, a breakup, and you having to deal with its grief. Ladies who are separated, and you're still praying and working on your marriage being reconciled. You deal with grief, and so I help you walk through that. So you don't have to walk and go through this thing by yourself. You can get the help. Some of you have been asking for help, and the help is presented. So get the help. So for the month of February, again, guys, forgiveness is what we will deal with. This year, each month, we would deal with an issue. Each month, it would be a month. We're not going from day to day on different issues, month to month. No, each month, we're dealing with the issue. January, we dealt with pride. Making sure pride was not there so that you are able to forgive. Okay, so February, forgiveness. Choose to forgive. And choose to forgive again. Again and again. Choose to forgive again and again and again and again. Learn how to walk it out. Learn how to walk it out, guys. Like and share. Can I get you guys to like and share? Like and share, like and share, like and share. Like and share over here. TikTok, y'all tap the screen. Let's see some hearts running the side. Like and share. There is a group, the Covenant Wife group on Facebook, that Thursday mornings at 8 o'clock, we will come on and we will pray. We're praying for marriages. We're praying for you specifically, what's going on and all of that. So the Covenant Wife group is a private group for ladies, wives and wives to be. Facebook group This is where I will be this Thursday, 8 o'clock, and we will be praying over our marriages. So we will start that back up, and it will be every Thursday at 8 o'clock. So DM me if you would like the link. Be there so that we can pray. We're praying. So you're learning, because a lot of ladies would just pray, but you don't know how to practically walk this out. And this is what I'm trying to teach you, how to practically walk it out. So yeah, so hop on there, DM me if you would like the link. So yes, 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 yes. And so the classes that we will have would be over in the Wife Hub. Again, DM me. That is an app. It's a group of ladies. Again, that's where a lot of the courses are that I teach, and other information. I can go live there as well. And so this is where I can do some Q&As over here, over there, and answer a couple of questions. This is where you can also get some one-on-one. I have a link so that if you would like to have a one-on-one session with me, you can get those. So that, again, is more personal. You get more direct information on your situation. And so that's over there in the Wife Hub as well. Again, you want somebody to help you walk through this. You don't want to get stuck in the muck. You don't want to be stuck, right? You don't want to be stuck. And so your marriage can be good. It really can. And a lot of times it's starting with getting rid of pride and forgiving. You can forgive it, child. You can forgive it. And you would even get to the point of forgetting. I promise you, you can. You really can. Don't take what the world is telling you. Don't take some of the advice that you're getting from some of the family members and friends and things like that. But you want your husband. This is who I deal with. I deal with a lot of ladies who, you want your husband, you want your marriage. You just need to know how to walk through forgiving him. Right? You want the hurt to stop. You don't want to always think about what he did. Honestly, some of you want your husband back home. Your husband is not home, and you want him to come back home. But have you truly forgiven him? Have you truly, and after he comes back, will you know how to walk through the unforgiveness? When the thoughts come back, will you know how to handle that? Your husband won't be perfect, and neither will you. Will you know how to forgive each and every act? Or will it always point back to what he did? Are you ready for your husband to come back home? Some of you have been praying. Now it's up to your due. You want your husband to be better, and he can be, guys. A lot of ladies give up before they get the answer. A lot of ladies stop before they see the change. You want the transformation in your marriage. They give up before the transformation takes place. And I'm not going to tell you the transformation is an overnight transformation. It depends on how long it took to get in a certain condition. It depends on a lot of different things, child. But you have to stay there long enough, endure, and watch the transformation take place. Give transformation time to act. Don't walk away before you see the answer. And that unforgiveness that's there, the hurt, the pain, would turn into resentment, would turn into bitterness. And your heart will become hardened. And you think you're okay, and you're not. Back to you're still stuck in the mud. That one tire, you may be okay in some of the other areas in your life, but that one tire is still in the mud. Yeah, forgive. Release. Release, release. Release your husband of the debt. Forgive without an apology. Forgive without an explanation. Forgive and forgive again. Please hear me. Forgive and forgive again. Forgive. And I was trying to see if I can see any of oh, there you go. Okay, somebody was putting in some Bible quotes over here on YouTube. So yes, 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 guys. I'm glad you guys hopped on. I'm glad you guys hopped on. I'm glad you're on. I'm glad you're on. Okay, why is the lighting over here just want to be like, what in the world? Okay. But anyway, I'm glad you guys hopped on. Again, DM me if you want more information. DM me. I would love for you guys to see you over there in the Wife Hub. DM me so you can get the link. Get on over there. Get on over there. The Covenant Wife group is on Facebook. Again, Thursday. Y'all mark that down now. Thursday, 8 o'clock. I will remind you again. But yeah, make note. You know what? Thursday at 8 o'clock, I'm getting with some other ladies and we're praying. So I will be on there praying for marriages, praying for husbands and guys. So be there. Be there, be there, be there, be there, be there. Be there. Keep tapping. Can I get y'all to keep liking and sharing. Like and share. Like and share, like and share, like and share. Like and share, like and share, like and share. Like and share. Tell me where you're from, who's on here. Like and share with your friend. Come on, y'all. Some of y'all know y'all got some buddies who are going through. Y'all know y'all do. You got somebody that you know they going through. Share the information. Hey, y'all need to check this lady out. She's trying to help your marriage. Y'all need to check this lady out. Y'all been married, like I said, for 36 years, almost 37. My husband and I have been together since 7th grade. When we got married, it was an unequally yoked. I was saved. My husband wasn't. We were in our early 20s, early. I'm about to say teens, but I think I was 20. I don't even know if I was 21. You see how certain things that didn't stick. I may have just turned 21, honestly. But my husband and I have been together all these years, 7th grade, y'all. 7th grade. So it's some stuff I had to learn. I'm sure some stuff he had to learn, y'all. But I'm trying to tell you, when people say it takes two, you gotta, yeah. But start now, God just need one. Be that one that God can start out with, so that the enemy is not destroying your marriage. Don't let the enemy destroy your marriage. Your husband is not your enemy. Get that. Y'all will hear me say that all the time. Your husband is not your enemy. Subscribe, YouTube peeps. Subscribe. Again, follow me, subscribe, so that when I am live, you will get notifications that I am on. I'm talking about marriage. I'm talking about how to save your marriage, how to keep the enemy, the real enemy, from destroying your home, how to get past infidelity, how to get past and trust again, how to get past and love again, how to forgive. So the month of February, we're dealing with how to not allow unforgiveness to destroy your home. How do you forgive? How do you practically walk that out? There will be a workbook that will go with this teaching. DM me and I can give you the link on how to get the workbook. Just like there's a workbook that went with Pride that we dealt with for the month of January. Each month, again, we would deal with a issue for that whole month, what the enemy will use to destroy your marriage. So, guys, we have about 3 minutes to go before it clicks off. So I appreciate you guys hopping on. Again, join the Wife Hub. Get with other ladies. Guys, there's some classes that are over there that are free that you can download, and you can take the courses. There's courses that are there that will help you. Honestly, that will help. That will help your marriage. That will actually help you. So again, thank you guys for hopping on. I got YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook, y'all. We all over here. So again, thank you guys. I appreciate it. So YouTube, let me sign off. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.